Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shaughnessy, and on this channel we discuss fragrance, beauty, and wellness. And if you simply like to have a good time and you like my vibe, subscribe. So y'all, I didn't even know there was a glitch when I got this perfume, but then I found out, I thought Kayali was, you know what we about to talk about. I got the glitch, y'all. Woo woo. So guess what perfume we're talking about today? Kayali Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42. And I kept it in the box. I have worn it. Here's the bottle. Very pretty. Iridescent pinky purple bottle. Just stunning presentation. I loved Kayali's bottles in the first place. So y'all, I knew about this fragrance. It was on my list to get. And I can't remember. I was on YouTube and somebody said, oh, I just ordered, because I was seeing people talking about it. And I said, oh, well, these must be people who got it in PR. And then I saw someone say, oh, I ordered it. So I said, well, go, girl, let me get on over here to Huda Beauty and order my bottle. And so I ordered it, and I got the 50 ml because I just didn't want to get the 100 ml, y'all. I decided to get the 50 ml. And then I come back and it says notify me. And I said, oh my goodness, it's out of stock that quickly. And then I was watching a couple of people's videos on this fragrance, and that's how I found out it was a glitch, y'all. Because this comes out May 2nd. And I thought Huda Beauty was just releasing it early. And then Sephora was going to have it come out May 2nd. No, it was a glitch. So, yeah, so I got it. I can't believe it, you all. And this was just happenstance, honey, that I got a doggone perfume and I got it early because of a glitch, because that is never me. So I was rather excited when I found out I was one of the people who got to get it earlier than the release date because of said glitch. So we can glitch on, honey. Okay. So y'all, this is the newest, latest, I don't know if it's the greatest release from Kayali. And we're going to talk about it. Y'all, I'm so excited about telling y'all I got a glitch that I didn't tell you what was on my lips. So what I'm wearing on my lips today is the Guerlain Bee Glow Lip Oil in Pop Rose Glow. And y'all know I've been loving these. And that's all I have. No lip liner, nothing. You know, this is Sunday when I'm filming this in the afternoon. It's hair washing day. I had to run some errands. And I just decided to put on a little bit of makeup to film this because y'all know me in the Sunday videos. It's usually barefaced with a lip oil. But I want to dress up a little bit for the perfume. Well, at least look decent because I'm not dressed up. Okay, so Kayali Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42 has, the keynotes are candy pear, sweet violet, bubblegum, white caramel, rock sugar, and vanilla cream. So you all, while I'm spraying this and letting it air out on the tester, my expectations for this perfume, I was like, I'm thinking it's going to be more along the lines of, now I can't think of the name. Lychee. Kayali Lychee perfume, Kayali apple perfume. I'm thinking it's going to be light, fun, sugary, flirty, candy. You know, that's just what I was thinking it was going to smell like. And was I correct in thinking that? Well, let's see. No, that's not what I pick up from this fragrance. And I'm wearing it today also. Before I get into details of the fragrance, when I first sprayed this, it immediately reminded me of Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. I mean, I was kind of mad at myself when I sprayed this on my skin the first time. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is La Belle. I was like, dang, Shaughnessy, you could have gotten a little, $25, $35 travel size ball of this and been Gucci and saved some money. Because I was like, immediately, the opening is it's practically identical to me. Identical. The opening of Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar the opening is identical to Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Bear. Okay? So, then I let it sit. And it goes through a couple changes. Okay? It keeps that is the candied pear I'm picking up probably, and the vanilla cream that's reminding me so much of Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Bear. But then as it set more, it also reminds me of 4 fragrances, you all. It reminds me of Kayali Vanilla 28. And granted, when I watched Mona's video talking about this fragrance, she said that Vanilla Candy is the little sister to Vanilla 28. The funner, younger sister. It is very similar. To me, it the easiest way and the most simplistic way to compare the two is, think of Kayali Vanilla 28 with a ton of sugary pear thrown in there. That is kind of what this is giving me. But like I said, it goes through stages. So that was the second stage. Because I was like, oh my goodness, it's reminding me of Jean Paul Gaultier at the very beginning, immediately. Like, it's so similar. The opening is like a dupe, in my opinion. That's how similar in the opening Vanilla Candy is to Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Bear. It's practically a dupe. That's how, to my nose, my opinion, that's what I was getting in the opening. Then as it set, like I said, I got more of the Vanilla 28 coming out of it, okay? Still with the pear. The pear note, that candied pear on my skin chemistry, it stays throughout the entirety of the perfume. The entirety, okay? So, Jean Paul Gaultier, Le Bear, Vanilla 28. Then it started reminding me of Kayali, the Wedding Silk Santal 36. And I brought these in here. Y'all can see my top broke off. This was one of when I got this perfume, I could tell the packaging was messed up, defective when I got it. And as you can see, yes, this Vanilla Candy, in comparison to the Wedding Silk Santal, it has that kind of effervescence, light vanilla. Also, it comes off in here a little bit too. So it reminds me of this, okay? Now, the last fragrance it reminds me of, as I kept smelling it, as it, the very, very dry down, I was just picking up different fragrances, is Deja Vu White Flower. And what Kayali Vanilla Candy reminds me of in Deja Vu White Flower is that syrupy kind of sweetness that this has. And this is a floral sweetness, but I believe it has vanilla in here also. Did I mix up these tops? Hold on, y'all. I think I did. This one looks newer. So that it reminds me of that. So that's 4 perfumes, okay? Then it also reminded me of Pear Creme Brulee Fine Fragrance Mist from Bath & Body Works. And this has notes of baked pear, caramelized sugar, and whipped cream. Sound familiar? So these comparisons, this is what it reminded me of when I was smelling it and wearing it. So now I wanted to do it on camera to see if I agree with my first assessment. Okay, it is similar, but this is heavier. This is thicker. This is more baked goods, but it does have that same kind of DNA as vanilla candy. Just think of vanilla candy is lighter, more transparent, a little translucent compared to this fragrance mist. Now, I saw someone else, I was watching, I can't remember what video, and they compared it to Pop Jelly, Vanilla, and Dreamy from Pink. And this is very similar. Okay, so I will say for the fragrance mist, this is very similar to vanilla candy. Like if you have Pop Jelly, Vanilla, and Dreamy and you love it and you plan to blind buy this, you don't want to wait to smell it, you want to get your hands on it, because I'm sure this is going to sell out because of the name, because of the packaging, because of the promotion, the marketing that's taking place, because Kayali, it does it better than anyone I've ever seen when it comes to marketing their fragrances. Okay, this is the closest fragrance mist to where it kind of encompasses the pear, it encompasses the bubblegum, everything, even though some of the floral notes, because this has jasmine, this has violet. So this is a very comparable fragrance mist to help you know if you would like Kayali vanilla candy. Now, like I said, I'm wearing this today. This lasted on my skin, I'm going to say 6 to 8 hours. 2 hours where I feel like I could smell it strong, like a strong sillage, and then it gets of course it gets closer and closer and closer to the skin, but it did have great longevity on my skin when wearing it, because some people, you know, they say Kayali does not last this, that, and the other. I didn't have that issue with this fragrance. Now, the advertisement for this fragrance has like bubblegum balls, like a baked looking sweet glazed pear. What does this have? Like sugar crystal, that rock candy. Okay, like I said, I was thinking this was going to be more along the lines of Kayali Eden Juicy Apple, sparkling lychee. I thought it was going to be light, bright, you know, that type of vanilla, candy, sweet, sugary perfume. In my opinion, and this is very light, very soft, as it, you know, the longer you wear it. In my opinion, I don't get candy from this. I don't get sugary sweet from this. I get sweet, creamy. This makes me think of pear ice cream. Because, you know, La Belle, because this is the one it still reminds me of throughout, because of that strong pear note that's in here that comes out on my skin. This is more perfumey, sultry. And Kayali vanilla candy is more, it's still heavier than I thought it would be. It's not as light. It's lighter than La Belle, but it's got a creamy pear. It just reminds me of like pear ice cream. It's a creaminess to it. It's not heavy, but it's not as light and effervescent as, you know, Eden Juicy Apple and sparkling lychee. That's what I was imagining this to be. But when you vanilla with Kayali, I'm learning, is more, it's always going to be warmer, thicker. Their vanilla fragrances, because they said it has the same DNA. Vanilla 28 is not what I would consider a light vanilla fragrance. Deja Vu White Flower is certainly not light and bright in my opinion. The Wedding Silk Santal, it does have an effervescence to it, but it's not what I call light and bright vanilla. It's more of a serious type of grown woman vanilla, which is good, but it just wasn't what I was expecting with this perfume. Do I love this perfume? Not right now. I enjoy it. I like it. I don't love it. I'm going to have to play with it some more because I just feel like it's a little redundant in my collection, mainly because I have Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. It gives different vibes, but it still smells so much similar, so much alike to me, to that fragrance, that I feel like I didn't need this in my collection. I could have waited. That's how I feel. Like I said, Kayali does promotions and marketing to perfection. Because what they market, okay, you know what, these don't smell alike, but you remember what people were expecting with Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato, and then people were kind of upset and this and that and the other because what the marketing showed didn't match, and the notes didn't match what you got to a lot of people. That's what I feel like with this fragrance. That's how I feel like. Because the pear, you have candied pear, sweet violet, bubblegum, caramel, rock sugar, vanilla cream. What I pick up the most on my skin is candied pear and vanilla cream. Because it's creamy and the pear. That's why I keep thinking pear ice cream. I believe with this fragrance, you can play with it some. You can, if you have bubblegum fragrance mists, if you have, bubblegum lotions, you can pull out different notes, I think, and kind of manipulate it to get more of the fragrance note you want. Because I get hints of that bubblegum note, but like I said, for me, with my skin chemistry, with my nose, the way I interpret the fragrance, it's just pear heavy. And it's the pear that is in La Belle to me. It is so close to La Belle to me, and I'm not in love with La Belle, so that's why I'm not in love with this. Now I will say this is a new perfume. I sprayed it out, I've worn it a couple times, and now I'm gonna let it sit, and then I'm going to see if it changes, because like I said, I don't dislike it. And in fact, I would even say, see, from the bottle, I'm getting more, when I just smell it like that, I'm getting that pear, bubblegum, whipped cream still. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm even disappointed with it, because Kayali, like I said, I'm not gonna say it's false advertising, but they know how to promote. They know what notes to focus on to grab their consumers' attention and make them open the wallets. And that's what you're supposed to do. So I know hate to them, because that's the job. So they do it well. Like I said, they do it better than any fragrance house I know of. They do it to perfection. And this is one I've come to realize with Kayali, I just can't go by the notes and it's going to smell like how you think it's going to smell. Because when I saw the candied pear note, I was worried. Because I said, oh, is this just going to be a pear heavy fragrance? Because with me and pear, I tend to like a fresher pear. I don't tend to like baked, thick pear, candied pear, as much as I like the fresher, juicier type of pear in fragrances. So I was worried about that note, but I was hoping everything else would override the pear. And right now it's just pear, dominant, prominent, heavy. And again, I will say, I don't love it. I don't dislike it. I like it, but I'm not in love with it. So now that I've worn it, I've reviewed it, I'm going to let it sit. And then you may see an update on this after I let it sit for a minute. But would I say this is a must-have in your collection? Okay, I showed you 3 fragrances from Kayali it reminds me of. Vanilla 28, Deja Vu White Flower, just that syrupiness a little bit in there, and then the Wedding Silk Santal. And Jean Paul Gaultier. If you like those fragrances and you wouldn't find this redundant in your collection, by all means, when it drops on May 2nd, to have the pretty packaging in your collection, to have, if you want an easier to wear version of La Belle that you could wear anytime, because this is very soft. Even though I can smell it, it is very soft. It is very easy to wear. Like today, I layered it with the last of my Love Cotton Candy Champagne, and it's fragrance mist and body care, and it sweetened it up some, to me, the kind of sweetness I wanted from it. So if you like the fragrances I mentioned, I would say try it out. But if you feel like you are good with La Belle and you don't have any desire to have anything similar to it until it's out of your collection, if you have that fragrance, I would say you can wait. You can wait, because if you were expecting, I don't get candy from this at all. At all. Like I said, I get pear, somewhat ice cream, but not candy. It's just totally opposite. I never really have a set way I think a fragrance is going to smell when I'm thinking about it. I have a general, expectation of what I think it may smell like. And this, except for that pear that I was worried it was going to be pear heavy, that proved right. It's not candy to me. It's not sugary sweet to me. It's a creamy pear sweet fragrance. So I keep looking at the name Candy and Rock Sugar, and like I said, I'm hoping layering it with other things, I may get exactly what I want from it. But right now, it's a like, not a love. And I will say, and another thing, y'all, this sprayer seems to spray out more than my other Kayali bottles. I mean, this just sprays out a ton. I mean, the amount that comes out of the atomizer, that's something different too. Usually it's a fine mist, but it seems like this is still a fine mist, but more is coming out, because I'm like, my word, that's a big dent. And I've only worn it twice. But did this meet my expectations? No. But am I disappointed? No. If you know the house of Kayali, and if you kept up with their fragrances, you know that they don't always, what's advertised is not exactly what you're gonna get. And I'll keep saying, I'm gonna say this the last time, I'm not going to say rush and get it, and I'm not gonna say don't get it, because it's all dependent on your collection. So think about the fragrances and the fragrance mist I compared it to, and then just try to make an informed decision. If you can't get into Sephora, and I heard somebody's video say Macy's. Does Macy's sell Kayali now? I gotta check that, because I only know about Sephora. So if you can't get to your Sephora, or it's not in stock at your Sephora, if you want to blind buy it, just try to make an informed decision, because did this live up to the hype I think this is going to get, and where people were just waiting on pins and needles? I would say no. It didn't live up to the hype of what I think people's expectations are for this fragrance. But this is just my opinion. I'm waiting to see I've only watched, I think, 2 or 3 videos about people's reaction to this perfume. And I think 2 people absolutely loved it. One, I think, was kind of like me, where it didn't live up to what I was hoping it was going to be, but it's not a dislike. So y'all, those are my thoughts on the newest and latest Kayali Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42. It did not become my new favorite. Kayali like I was hoping it would, but it is not a dislike. So if you all enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give me a big thumbs up. Tell me your opinion on Kayali Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. Are you going to get it? Do you have it? What are your thoughts on it? If you do have it, I would love to know. Let's just talk about it in the comments. Please share this video with everyone, you all, because what are we trying to do? We're trying to keep it growing in 2024. And that reminds me, you all, thank you so much for 13,000 subscribers. Woo, woo. Y'all, you know when we get to 15K, it's going to be another giveaway. Okay? And please don't forget to turn on your notification bells so you don't ever miss any of my videos. And as I always say, if you like my vibe, subscribe. Until next time, bye.